So I'm going to try something a bit different today and I've never done any of these sort of videos before, but it's something that I have found useful for myself to see that other people have been going through similar things to me, and it's been a very sort of soothing thought to know that people have been able to recover as well. But it's been a tough week, and it started out quite well. I was doing well, I was challenging myself, and it's more keeping that momentum up. And whilst there was a kind of drive and determination at the start that made everything very easy, now it's more kind of just doing it and not giving up because it seems really easy to just go back to my old ways. So what I wanted to do today, instead of kind of write too much down, was just go over the reasons why I want to recover and why I'm trying to recover. And now this disorder has been with me for 14 years, around about 14 years, and it's changed tact, it's changed guises, it's been all sorts of different things, but it's always been there. Sometimes it's been at the forefront, other times it's sort of played second fiddle, but at this moment in time it was very much at the forefront of my life. And I think the key reason why I'm wanting to recover is that I feel like I actually am worth the life that I would get from being fully recovered, that I do deserve to have a much more functioning life than the one that I have at the moment. So yeah, just before I go into it as well, I just want to say thank you to everybody for your support and for engaging with the posts. I'm doing it because I want to. It's a way for me to vent. It's a way for me to talk about what I'm going through, which is hard, even though it might seem a bit silly. But like, I'm so honoured and blessed to have met so many wonderful people from different parts of my life and different areas and places I've worked in, and you all are very compassionate, very considerate people, and thank you for that. So I'm going to go through them, and these are the reasons why I want to recover. The first one is that you are tired all the time, and I don't mean it's a mental tired and a physical tired. You want to sleep all the time. I was sleeping for 9 hours, and I justified that because I went to the gym, because I walked a lot, because I was a very healthy individual. And yeah, I need my sleep. I need 10 hours of sleep. And the mental tiredness, it comes from the sense that you cannot engage with anything. You cannot watch even television. I will be watching television and it doesn't hold my interest, and it doesn't hold any entertainment value for me. It's just all you're thinking with and all you're consumed with is thoughts about food and exercise, and it's really sad, and it just tires you out. You've got no room in your head for anything else, and let's face it, our lives are complicated things, and there are lots of things we need to think about in life on a day-to-day basis. We shouldn't, luckily enough for a lot of us, we're in a situation where food and sleep and things like that shouldn't be one of them. The next one links onto it, and being cold all the time. A couple of weeks ago, we had some really lovely weather, and it was amazing, and I rediscovered just sitting in the garden, listening to the birds, but I was out there with jumpers on, and your whole body temperature drops, your hands and your feet are cold all the time, your extremities are, and at night time when you're trying to sleep for your 10 hours, certainly for me I had that experience, that you're cold and you have extra blankets. It's not nice, and it's something that I've only really recently had that issue with, because I've always sort of found, I could pretty much give me a duvet and I'm sorted. This one's a health one, but I like to walk. I do like to get out in nature. It's, I guess, a dream a long way off from here to be able to sort of live somewhere where there's countryside quite close by. But I'm going for walks and my bones were cracking and I was in pain. I was going for walks in the morning with my dad, and I want to come home. Really, I can walk for miles and miles and miles, and my eating disorder has made me do that on a daily basis. But when your legs are cracking, when you feel in pain when you're walking, and you're not even 30 yet, it's not good and it's not healthy for myself. The other one is a sort of an apology as well to any colleagues that this may have been an issue for, and I do apologise, but short temper is something that an eating disorder can give you and has given me in the past. I am not ordinarily a short-tempered person. I don't like to rub anyone the wrong way, and I found that I was getting angry with people or not understanding where they were coming from, not using that kind of relativist view. I was just snapping at people. So I'm sorry to anyone that has affected. It's not me, and it's again coming from this point where when you're in an eating disorder, you are thinking about when could you eat your next meal, how many steps have you got to walk in order to have earned your next meal, and not, okay, this person said this to me because they're being sarcastic, and not, okay, this person needs my help. I shouldn't get angry about it because that's what we do, we help each other. So that is another reason why I want to recover. I don't want to be that person. Next one is a really, really big one, and it really means the side of it in which your life is completely paused. You have no interests or no time to reflect or adapt in your life. I'm a person who's always had many interests, playing the guitar, let's say about going for walks and sports for a long period of my time before it became very much an issue with my eating disorder. And history, I absolutely love reading history books, engaging with debates, reading just for fun, and I can't do it. I can't watch a television programme, and I find it very difficult to sit down and spend 15 minutes with a book without my mind thinking about food and thinking about exercise and thinking about all sorts of things that don't allow me to enjoy life, and they don't allow me to reflect on things. They don't allow me to think about what it is I enjoy, what it is I would like to do, to leave that space to maybe think about how I can make my life a more enjoyable place. So yeah, no interest, no life. I'm really selling it to people right now. It's I heard someone describe an eating disorder as a dodgy car salesman, and it really is. It's like, you'll be great, you'll weight loss and health and fitness is the way to a better life, and you end up with nothing. So boring. It is really boring. I think the main fear is that you won't be able to discover anything that you enjoy outside of this, but I believe I will, and I want to get better. So, and the last one is no time for friends, families or pets, or just the people around you that you love. And this goes for all those people that I said about earlier who engaged and read about what I'm going through, and those friends that I haven't been able to spend the time with, and I haven't been able to enjoy their company, because there are so many of my friends out there that I do miss. I miss your company. I miss going going for a coffee or meeting up and having a chat and setting the world to right. And it steals your social life away from you. You don't want to be around other people because you don't have the time and don't have the mental capacity to just enjoy that and just to feel like you can give them back something. So it really is one of the main things. I want to be able to spend time with my friends. I want to be able to spend time with my family. I want to not get angry at the dog because they're in my way when I'm trying to go and cook my food and whatnot. I just want to have that back. So yeah, those are the reasons why I want to recover. Sorry, I've kind of gone on a bit of a yarn there, but yeah, I think it's important for me at the moment to just realise why I'm doing this, because otherwise it is easy to give up. I'm not feeling comfortable about any of this at the moment. It is difficult to eat food. It is difficult to limit my exercise to a very small amount, but I've got to do it to get better. So, and I've got to recognise that I'm ill as well, which is the hardest thing. You constantly think to yourself, "Oh, I'm not ill enough," or this isn't my problem. I'll be fine. I was healthy before, and it's a kind of denial, and the denial is only going to lead to being tired all the time, being cold all the time, having cracky bones, being angry and aggressive all the time, having no interest in life, and having no time for good people like yourselves who are compassionate, funny, humorous people that I can get some joy out of actually having in my life. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing this for. And yeah, I don't want all that. So yeah, thank you. I hope it's been useful, if not a bit long.